Hello, welcome back to another video on astrology. This is just not going to be a one video. I'm going to do a series on this particular topic I have chosen, strange but true. As we go through many astrological books, we are sometimes surprised when we come to know of certain combinations. And this actually makes astrology very interesting because normally you expect some bad result arising out of a particular astrological combination, planetary position, but the masters of astrology have said something else. So, in this series, I'm going to cover only these kind of rules. In the year 1993, I got a copy of Brihat Parashara Horashastra, and in volume 1, I found a rule which talks about the second lord. So, I'm going to go back to the same book, of course, a different copy. Should the second lord happen to be placed in the 8th house, the native is endowed with abundant land and wealth. But he'll have little happiness in marriage and be bereft of happiness through the elder brother. So sometimes these are contrary to logic because you think that we are we have always been taught that the 6th house, the 8th house, and the 12th house are dushtanas. And an easy way to get started in astrology is to look out for planets in 6, 8, and 12 and say that these planets are the main source of trouble. This method actually gives very consistent result, but not all the time. So, in strange but true, I'm going to discuss this in my as my first episode of the series. The second lord in the 8th. Why is it capable of giving abundant land and wealth? So now we are back to the green board, and in front of you I've placed a sample horoscope with the second lord. The owner of this second sign is Venus, and Venus is placed in the 8th house. If a person has this combination, Maharshi Parashara says that the person will have abundant land and wealth, not just ordinary land and wealth. What is obvious here? It's obvious that Venus looks directly at the second house with the 7th house aspect. So, this is a situation of the lord of the house looking at its own house. So, it's quite easy to guess that the second lord in the 8th is very good for land and wealth. But why does he say abundant? So, here we'll have to use a little more than what we know about simply the second house. We need to know about what the 8th house deals with. The 8th house deals with wills, inheritance, legacies, and maybe insurance. Somebody passed away, and then all that property now belongs to you. This is something like coming from the past life. So the second and the 8th connection seems to be very good according to Maharshi Parashara. But if you ask, then why has he said that there is less happiness in marriage? But if you look at it carefully, Maharshi Parashara does not say no happiness in marriage, but he says less happiness. So from this we can easily infer that the primary house of marriage is not the second house; it is actually the 7th house. But the second house is also Kudumbasthana because Kudumba is actually a home, property, and all that land and wealth that you have, which is shared between family members. From this discussion, we also come to know that the 7th house is more important with regard to happiness in marriage, and with regard to the happiness, the absence of happiness through an elder brother. Jeshta Bratru Sukham Nahi. There is no happiness through the elder brother or elder sibling. We fail to understand how there's any. This combination does not have any connection with the 11th house because the 11th house is the house of elder brothers or elder co-bonds, according to most classical textbooks. But then Maharshi Parashara suddenly brings up a new situation about a discussion on the elder brothers and sisters. So it is at times like this that we think that logic does not always work in astrology. You need to simply memorize certain rules, and that is the reason why I have uh, decided to do a series on this. And I'm sure that some of you might be able to find some logic that I have missed out regarding why some contradictions have appeared in this sloka. And if you have a good point of view, something to debate upon, please type them out in the comment section, and let's learn astrology together. We have come to the end of this video. In case you have any doubts, please type them out in the comment section, and whenever I find the time, I'll answer them for you. And see you soon in my next video.